Hi, Bournemouth fans. After the game against Brighton, obviously you've probably seen a number of interviews, but we also put out the request for some 5-word match reports. We got a number that were submitted, so let's go through them. So Neil Dawson says, tactical disaster from the beginning. Paul Kenwood, it's time to start praying. Play your best team, Eddie, says Steve. Tim, not going to lie, we're effed. Tommy Heffernan's Poodle lost it in central midfield. Sloppy passing, nothing worked. Eek, said Tiggs. James, 3 more on injury bench. Yeah, not good, is it? Stacey, get well soon. And Josh King, please be fit. Don't play Billing ever again, said Steve again. Jamie Williams, January will define our season. Big time, mate. Mark Jackson, nice to see you in passing yesterday, mate. Chelsea result masking serious problems. Probably right there. Alan, still giving Christmas gifts away. Sign players with some bollocks, said Tim. Chris, really not good enough. Ross Devonport, typical let-down performance, unfortunately. Simon, can't have passengers in Prem. We had loads of them yesterday. Phil, disjointed, pathetic, toothless relegation form. Need more aggressive dressing room, said Simon as well. Michael, I saw you were actually a few rows in front of me. You were like in row B. I didn't say hi, but I'm about to say, hope you enjoyed the game. I know you didn't. Too many inflated egos, pound signs. Yeah. Patrick, a relegation squeeze crushing the Cherries. I prefer the Championship anyway, said Sam. 1 in 5 passes completed, lamentable link-up, said Andy. Grockle-free, no belief in poor formation. Why is everyone getting injured, said James. Danny Beale, lack of fight streak quality, worrying. Henry, I've watched Goldfish play better. Mark, please use 3 central midfielders. Watch the podcast tomorrow or listen. You'll hear exactly the same thing. Losing the will to live, says Murky. Stuart, disorganised, disinterested, dishonest, dismal, dismayed. Yeah. Tyler Gregory, we've been shit all season. Jack, attacking formation backfires, midfield overrun. Martin Burridge, appalling, truly lost for words. Leslie, I mean, there are so many. Leslie, I've lost interest watching now. Cherry Chimes. Pete, VAR couldn't even save us. Jew, nice to see you again yesterday. At least make some effort. Luke, poor from start to finish. Refrigeration Red, I want my Bournemouth back. James, love the Championship anyway. Louis, forget this and move on. Richard, looking forward to Championship football. It could go on. Look at all these. Lots of different submissions and, a lot of disgruntled people. Jeff, they were not good, were they? As you can see, Jeff Hayward is with me. Jeff, how you doing?
Still feeling a bit grim, if I'm honest.
Oh, mate, I swear, the amount of times where I've asked you, how are you? And the first thing you've done is sigh this year. I can't wait for 2020 to begin now.
It's going to be a better year, 2020, all round.
Fingers crossed. So we're going to go through some player ratings now, and I don't think we should spend too much time and energy on this, just like the Bournemouth players did at the Amex. Lifeless performance, and it seemed like they sort of didn't exactly try their best, so why should we? We'll start with Aaron Ramsdale.
I thought he was a little bit flat-footed for the first goal, and his distribution was a bit haphazard. He did one bit of play where he just cleared it straight to a Brighton player, which was awful in the first half. And generally, I thought he was a bit kind of undercooked. Set the tone for much of the team, but then pulled off some good saves, so kept it down to a reasonable score. So I'll give him 6.
6. Yeah, that sounds about good. What about Jack Stacey at right back yesterday?
I thought Stacey was promising, looked quite good going forwards, didn't get forward as much as we needed. But when he did get forward, he looked good, was in a really good position at the end of the first half, put in a sort of cross shot that eluded everybody, which could have done with a better delivery. And then went off injured mysteriously after getting called up for a near penalty. But I think it's a hamstring, so I'll give him a 6 as well.
Steve Cook, I don't think he had his best game yesterday, and he seemed to make a number of early errors, and he just didn't seem to be at the races. And you'd think against Brighton he'd have that extra impetus, given it's his former club. But what did you think of him yesterday?
He's always been really good against Brighton in the past, but yesterday, just off it, I think he must have been tired because he put in a heck of a shift as the rest of the back four did 2 days earlier. I'll give him a 5.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I think that's fair enough. And his defensive partner, Chris Mepham.
Mepham, okay, but just indicative of the way that he plays. He's much happier when someone's running at him and he can sort of channel him away rather than actually get up the backside of the centre forward, which we needed yesterday. So I thought he was at fault for Mooy's goal. He gave him far too much space to turn in the box there, but did make some good blocks. I'll give him a 5 as well.
Yeah, cool. So Rico came back in after Simpson deputised against Arsenal, and Simpson had a tough old job. He did all right, not great, but then Rico came back in and he was all right, but he gave the ball away a few times.
Yeah, gave the ball away for their first goal, but did make a great pass through for Josh King to give our only really clear-cut chance of the game. Yeah. Was getting caught out a bit on that long crossfield ball that they seem to play against our fullbacks. Most opposition teams do it, and he doesn't seem to be getting any smarter to it. Oh, that ball's coming. Yeah. And the Brighton fans, rather, I was talking to yesterday, were saying that Rico is the worst left back in the league as far as they're concerned. So, yeah, I think he's better than that, but I thought yesterday he was okay. I'll give him a 5.
Yeah. Fair enough. So let's go Harry Wilson then. On the wing there, what do you think?
Played out of position again, had one good effort, looked a bit tricky, combined well with Stacey. Always gets taken off, which is a bit alarming. I'd rather see a formation change rather than him taken off sometimes.
Good point.
But didn't really get on the ball enough to influence the game. Gave away the free kick for their VAR goal, which was a nonsense free kick anyway. Yeah. I'll give him a 5.
Yeah, fair enough. Right. I do not have a hard hat nearby, so I'm going to put a T-shirt over my head for this part. Philip Billing. Do I want to hear this?
Oh my God. Philip Billing. Phil, let me give you my phone number. You can ring me up and let's have some counselling, because something's going on in your head that's turned you from a really good player to an average, worse than average championship player. It's so frustrating to watch. You don't seem to be connecting with the team, with the way that football gets played. A number of times you picked up the ball in a promising position and give it straight to Brighton. Not tracking back, not reading the game. 1.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Let's go for Dan Gosling. Let's cheer ourselves up a little bit, but not as much as we had hoped, because I know he's been very good, getting the goals, and he's been his usual disruptive self, but didn't quite happen for him at Brighton.
No, I think the balance of the midfield it's not his fault. He doesn't pick the team, but there needed to be a third player in there because Billing was so off the pace yesterday. I thought Dan tried. He put an effort in. I think he was shattered from playing 2 games in 48 hours like Cookie a bit. I'll give him a 4.
What about Junior yesterday? His first game for a long time, came in and I don't know. I don't really know what he did.
Well, he plays the ball quickly, did some nice touches, but then gave the ball away quite a bit as well. So it was a real mixed bag. He only played for about 60 minutes, and it was nice to see him back. He sort of needed a game to get back in the flow, and I think he'll be better for it. What he does bring is just a bit more of a creative spark, and that you saw occasional glimpses of, no more than that yesterday. I'll give him a 4.
Okay, then we'll move on to our strikers. We won't do the subs because I don't think the subs really did anything to warrant any scores. So we'll go Dom Solanke, who started the game.
Occasionally looks okay. not sure whether he knows what he's meant to be doing when he's playing as a 2 up front. Sometimes I think it's easier for him to just play as a 1. I don't think he's got a natural partner in King or Wilson, and that's not his fault. Doesn't shoot enough. Just take a shot, Dom. I don't care. Nobody cares if it goes high and wide. Just give it a bang when you get the chance, rather than try and take 2 extra touches and then fall over and lose it. So I'll give him a 4.
Yeah, and finally, Josh King yesterday.
Well, Josh was almost threatening. Striker had a couple of good efforts. There was one bit in the second half where he gets right through. Stacey's screaming for it on the other side of the penalty area, and he just carries on and tries to fall over and get a penalty. And
yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And he sort of got worse as the game went on, I thought. And a 5. He had a one decent effort on goal in the entire game, and could have probably done better with it, but at least the keeper made a save, so 5, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, with the aim of keeping things united, we're not going to score Eddie Howe this week, I don't think. But yeah, not too good, not too good. I don't think the players are certainly different ratings to what it was against Chelsea. Hey, but Jeff, thank you so much for coming along and doing your player ratings once again.
No problem, Sam.
And fingers crossed, all will be better for the West Ham game. Stay tuned. Up the Cherries.
Up the Cherries.
Back in the day! Back in the day!